This is a big improvement to action cameras. Just got the FOV boost lens for DJI Osmo Action 4 and 5 cameras, and I'm gonna tell you what I think about it. Yes, I have it on an Action 4 with a broken front screen, which happened right before the Action 5 came out. Otherwise, I probably would have sold it and upgraded for the better low-light performance. But it's all good, part of the game in the world of adventure filmmaking.
Adventure filmmaking.
This is how it comes with these front and back rubber lens guards, forming a little case for it. And right off the bat, my initial reaction when opening these up is how heavy duty this thing is. A surprisingly good piece of glass for an action camera. Does add some weight, and you will probably notice a little extra something if you have it mounted on you, but well worth it for the wider field of view and higher image quality. You do have to go into the settings and enable the FOV boost lens. If you don't see the option, that means you need to update your firmware. Once enabled, you'll see a little lens icon in the upper right corner of the screen. There will be two field of view options, wide and ultra wide. And then two digital stabilization options, rock steady and horizon leveling. And when it comes to getting epic POV shots, I really like the look of ultra wide in the 4:3 aspect ratio with rock steady on. I like to capture footage in 4:3, so in editing, when I reframe it for a 16:9 timeline, it gives me the ability to pan up or down in case I was slightly off on the angle when I mounted it. And this thing is wide. It creates a 182-degree field of view, which is getting into the world of a 360 camera type look. With rock steady on, it will crop in a little bit for that digital stabilization, but still very, very wide. For B-roll, I do like shooting with the horizon leveling on, which crops in quite a bit on an already pretty small sensor, but it gives such a smooth gimbal look without having to put much thought into it. And with how good action cameras have gotten, it really is hard to tell the difference between some of these newer ones and even like a full frame camera with a high quality, wide angle or fisheye lens, especially in good lighting, unless you point the camera at the sun. It's something that I notice, and it stands out to me almost every time I see a lens flare from a phone or an action camera. I haven't dove into why or what causes it, but there definitely is a difference in the way the cameras handle the sun. And I think this little chunk of glass on one of the Osmo Action cameras really does make it hard to tell though. No more of that weird trumpet flare, and it's just something about it makes it look more like the image from a full frame camera. Which is awesome to have in such a low cost camera that's also lightweight and waterproof. But, we gotta talk about one issue I had when putting it underwater. I don't know if this had more to do with there just being such a drastic change in temperature or if it is an issue with the lens. I'll explain. We're up near Mount Baker pond skipping. I wanted to get a shot with the camera underwater looking up at my buddy as he rode his snowboard across the pond. I take a floaty out into the middle with a long selfie stick, and as soon as I stick the camera underwater, it creates this little fog bubble right in the middle of the lens. I took the lens off, tried to wipe it, which created a whole other mess of issues because I didn't have any dry spots on my shorts and it just introduced water between the glass. I did get it cleaned up pretty good, but as soon as I stuck it back underwater, the fog bubble came back. I tried holding it underwater for a while, just thinking maybe it needed time to adapt to the temperature change. That didn't help either. It was over 80 degrees that day and the water is freshly melted snow, so maybe I just didn't hold it under there long enough. I don't know. He ended up crashing anyways, so maybe it wasn't meant to be. It was near the end of the day and he'd been going across a bunch already. So after hitting that water, I think he was just done. So we didn't end up getting this shot. I feel like in these conditions that could have happened to any camera. This isn't like a unique problem to this lens. It's just something to think about, sharing an experience. We'll see how it handles more underwater situations this summer. Maybe I'll do an update video. But at this point, overall, I think this little screw-on lens is worth the money if you want an upgrade for your action camera. So that's what I got for now. If this helps you out, hit that subscribe button, follow along for more. Hit me up with any questions you have. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.